Welcome to Think Leads. Let's just start by breaking this thing down. This is Think Leads. Think, what are your customers thinking about right now? What maybe are your competitors thinking about right now? We're here to help you think about your strategy for the long term and how you can get there with us together. And leads, this is about marketing. This is about lead generation. We know that is what drives the growth and the profitability of your company. We also know that's hard right now. We're here to help, and that's what today's all about. So let's start with this whole concept of the unpredictable consumer. We're bouncing around from digital experience to digital experience at a rate that we have never seen before. Think about that. What are we doing? We're streaming, we're scrolling, we're shopping, and if you can do that really well, you're doing a couple of those things at the same time. This is increasingly unpredictable behavior. There is no easy way to keep up with what you were doing, but you're marketers, so you have to be there, you have to be where your customers are. Now, the good news at Google is we have a front row seat to watching this behavior play out. We see it billions and billions of times across our platform. In fact, this is the only place where all of those activities are occurring from the same potential lead across all of our platforms. Now, you're all in lead generation. You have to make the complex simple. And more than 70% of your customers find the path to purchase simpler on Google properties. And that is significantly higher than any other online platform. So let me dig into these behaviors specifically and what we mean. I'm gonna start with search. There is a ton that is happening in search right now. I have this conversation with many of you. I actually think this is the greatest time in the history of search. First of all, we see over 5 trillion searches on Google every single year. Just think about that. We don't talk about anything in the trillions. 5 trillion searches, and even at that scale, we continue to see overall query growth in Google search. But more importantly, it's about what our customers, what your customers are doing with AI in search. They're using AI overviews, and they're searching more, and they're happier with the results that they're seeing. We see that AI overviews are driving more queries and higher quality clicks. Okay, now this is still a relatively new experience, and already 60% of customers say AI overviews make decision-making processes faster, easier, and less overwhelming. Okay, now the next frontier for your growth is video. We talk about video a lot, and when we talk about video, what we're really talking about is YouTube, which is where billions of people go to learn, to discover, to be entertained, and get advice. It could be where your lead's journey begins, it could be where it ends, but it is definitely where they are, and simply put, you have to be there too. Now, people are watching 1 billion hours of YouTube every single day just on their TV screens, which makes it for the second year in a row the #1 streaming platform in the US. And if you're not just streaming, then you're scrolling. Some of you are doing it, I get it, we all do it. This behavior is exploding on Shorts, which now has over 2 billion users. So no matter what you sell, your leads are likely on YouTube right now, and they're all there for different reasons. It's what makes this platform powerful, specifically for generating leads. And when you use search and YouTube, you can drive more profitable growth and more efficiency. Together, they drive a 21% higher ROAS versus all other media channels combined. Okay, so hopefully now you understand what we mean by this unpredictable customer and all of the opportunities that exist for you. But I want to spend just a couple minutes talking about the role of AI for you in marketing and how it can make you more successful today. First, AI Max for search campaigns. Okay, think of this as the one-click power-up. It's one of the best ways to show up in both AI overviews and AI mode. AI Max just started rolling out a couple months ago, back in May, and already those of you that are using this thing are seeing 27% more conversions on average at the same cost. And then there's video. We were just talking about the power of video and the different ways that people watch. Demand Gen is how you get your ads in front of all of the right people across YouTube and Shorts. And this product is getting stronger and stronger at delivering results. And sometimes you're just looking for super scale in your business, and that's when you gotta go to the original Max, PMax, okay? We've gotten a lot of feedback. Yeah, you can give it up for PMax. That's what we got, one in the front right here, all right? We've gotten a lot of feedback from you, and based on that, we've added channel level reporting, creative insights, optimized bidding, and brand guidelines. But more importantly, we know the value of lead quality, and you should all be feeling that with PMax and its ability to deliver great results at great scale. So there you have it right there. We call this thing the Power Pack. This is your ingredient set to help you drive profitable growth and high value leads.
At Google, they call me the data guy. But today, I want you to think of me as your team's head scout, the person you go to get leads. If you tell me you need leads, I'll get you leads. There is a delicate balance of cost, volume, and what a great lead looks like. Today, we are going to talk about how we can help you achieve your business objectives and help you make those good leads great. Google AI is ready to be your smartest tool your scout has ever had. First, it can predict the value, telling a difference between a casual browser and a future customer. Second, it can understand what the entire customer journey looks like, rewarding critical touch points that happen long before that final sale. And third, we can now find new pockets of demand by scanning all of Google and find new customers that you didn't even know you had. That sounds great, right? How do you unlock these three superpowers? And it all starts with a simple source of truth: your data. Your data is your competitive edge. And it's not just that. We need what you call data strength, a complete reliable data foundation across Google's data, your online data, and your offline data. And that helps us understand the entire life cycle of a lead. That's why we've built Data Manager, a single hub that truly achieves data strength simply and securely. And to help build that data strength, there are two critical parts of your customer journey: your offline data that lives in your CRM and your online data on Google, your website, your app. Offline data is perhaps the most critical piece of the puzzle for a lead generation business like yours. It's the ground truth that teaches your AI what a valuable customer actually looks like. And it's something only you can do and only you can provide. So if there is one thing that you take away from my talk here today, it is connect your CRM to Data Manager. Now, let's talk about simple upgrades to your online data. Google Tag Gateway upgrades your existing website tags and ensure that AI takes into account important steps, unlocking more signals for you. And it couldn't be any more simpler. Advertisers who configure Google Tag Gateway see an average of 11% more signal. That's 11% more signal for AI to work with. And how do you know this is all working? With powerful diagnostics in Data Manager, it helps you understand your data strength and ensure that your connections are healthy and accurate. And let me give you a sneak peek of the future. We are piloting exciting new bidding improvements. Call it journey-aware bidding, where we can be aware of and responsive to the whole customer journey. So we've talked a lot about building data strength, identifying insights, and optimizing your bidding and finding your best customers. But how can you be confident about the overall impact of your marketing investments, from brand building to direct response? This is where the modern measurement game plan comes in. And here is how you put it in practice. Use marketing mix models, or MMMs, like our Meridian open source model. It helps you plan and see what's working and how to set budgets. Use data-driven attribution to optimize in real time. And use incrementality experiments to prove causal impact. I hope you've heard today isn't a story about complexity. It is a story about opportunity. Because there has never been a more interesting or a more vital time to be in lead generation. The entire media landscape of marketing is being redrawn. And it's not just being redrawn, you are watching it and you're in the center of this transformation. And that is what it means to think leads.